If you've hit a roadblock in your landscape photography and need some inspiration, I have 5 tips that are essential to landscape photography and will help take your photos to the next level. Tip number 1. Shoot during the golden hour. The golden hour is a term coined by photographers, referencing the time of day shortly after sunrise and right before sunset. When the sun is low in the horizon, the light needs to travel through more atmosphere, physically changing the color temperature to a yellower cast, hence the name golden. The warm, soft, diffuse light gives subjects more perceived edge definition, clarity, separation, and character, making the picture look better. The sun at lower angles is also more directional, producing longer shadows which can add drama to a photo. And of course, waiting until sunset may result in a fiery explosion in the sky. While not all landscape shots need to be made during the golden hour or at sunset, the kind of light emitted during the golden hour will improve the perceived quality of your photos and could add interest to an otherwise boring landscape. Tip number 2. Use filters. Polarizing and neutral density filters are essential items in any landscape photographer's kit. The effect of a polarizing filter increases blue hues in the sky, cuts through reflection in the water, and makes green foliage more vibrant. Neutral density filters act like sunglasses for your camera, purposely reducing the light that can enter the lens. This will allow you to use longer shutter speeds, capturing silky smooth water, or blurring moving subjects like people or cars in the daytime. Polarizing and neutral density filters can be found for relatively cheap, and they can open the door to so many opportunities. Tip number 3. Always consider composition. Composition is a key part of any photograph, whether it be architectural, portraiture, or landscape. So many artistic elements like foreground interest, negative space, balance, and movement need to be considered when determining what composition will work best in a scene. Landscape photography is a very deliberate process, so take the time to find a composition you think is striking. Tip number 4. Use longer focal lengths. While you may have heard that you need a wide-angle lens for landscape photography, telephoto lenses are a unique way to capture the beauty of individual features in a scene. Longer focal lengths will allow you to isolate small, distant portions of a landscape, providing a clear focal point to viewers and eliminating distracting elements. Using a telephoto in the field may even make you a better photographer, forcing you to think hard about subject and composition. And the drastically different perspective created by longer focal lengths is refreshing in a genre dominated by the same boring wide-angle field of view. Tip number 5. The final tip in this video is to just go outside. This may seem pointless, but too often I have seen photographers refuse to take photos in bad weather because they didn't have the right gear or because they don't think they will get a good photo. My advice is to do it anyway. And even if you don't like the photo, regret is the landscape photographer's worst enemy. Weather can discourage landscape photography, but embracing bad weather will train your eye to find striking compositions and make the best of a bad situation. Good gear is not necessary either, because if you produce an amazing image, no one is going to scoff if it came from a phone rather than a DSLR. A good photo is a good photo. And finally, confidence is key. Even if you think your photos are bad, each photo you take will add to your pool of experience that is vital in photography. You can only really learn how to use good photos by actually taking them. So don't give up. Now that you know these 5 tips, you should be on your way to taking amazing landscape photos. Subscribe to Apple Apps for more photography videos and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release more content. Make sure to rate the video and leave a comment. I now have a Patreon, so if you're feeling generous, drop a tip and I will display your username in the credits. I also have affiliate links in the description, and by using them, I will get a small kickback. As always, thank you for watching.